If a kid said, Dr. Huberman, I'm interested in science. What is neuroscience? What is a neuroscientist? And why is this area of science important?
Well, yes, my goal, I'm not big on mission statements. They always feel a little contrived to me, but I confess I have a specific purpose and mission in my professional life, which is to share the beauty and the utility of human biology. You know, we are endowed with a large number of systems in our brain and body that allow us to do many things and that do many things for us. The heart, the lungs, the liver, the brain, etc. The nervous system is unique among those systems, however. And so I would answer that young person, whoever they may be, by saying that what unifies all the systems of the body, thinking, feeling, action, digestion, temperature regulation, metabolism, muscular force, muscular endurance, dreaming, waking, all of it is the nervous system. If we were to peel away every other feature of your brain and body, including the skeleton, and just leave your nervous system, it would look very much like you. I mean, it wouldn't look like you externally, but it would have your shape. The nervous system includes the brain proper, which, you know, is housed in the skull. The eyes are 2 bits of brain outside the cranial vault, and the spinal cord. And then there are all the connections with the so-called peripheral nervous system. So all the little wires that we call axons that go out and connect to the muscles and allow us to move our limbs. But all the organs of the body also send connections back up to the brain. People often hear about the vagus nerve. That's one particular route, but there are a lot of other routes from, for instance, the surface of the skin back into the spinal cord and up to the brain to inform us of touch and pain and of various sorts. So your nervous system is like this superhighway in both directions between brain and body back to brain that synchronizes the activities of all these organs so that they work ideally in some sort of coherent way. So I would tell this young person that neuroscientists are trying to understand what is the structure of the nervous system? What is the function? So when I say structure, I mean, what's the parts list? What are the areas of the brain that are responsible for vision or hearing or memory? What are the cells involved? How are those cells organized? Even right down to their molecular bits and the genes they express. In the last 10 years or so, neuroscientists have also started to feel more comfortable trudging into territory that previously was seen as kind of peripheral to the main thrust of neuroscience. Things like, how does the immune system get activated by stress? I mean, most people don't know this, but stress doesn't inhibit your immune system. Stress activates your immune system. The adrenaline is liberated from your adrenal glands, which are right above your kidneys, because something stressful happens. Get into cold water and you liberate a lot of adrenaline into your body, and it has a protective role in keeping you from getting sick. So in the short term, stress actually protects you from illness of bacteria, viruses, and other sorts of bugs, if you will. In the long term, it's problematic. But if you think about it from just that one example, and what I would tell this person is, look, you have an immune system. It's a beautiful system. It's just a fascinating system that can deploy molecules and cells to gobble up invading things and combat things and develop antibodies. And it's an amazing system. But let's say some foreign virus or bacteria or even some foreign object like a splinter enters your body. How does your immune system know to attack it? Well, it's because the nervous system creates a set of signals. The nervous system directs the immune system, go combat this thing. Similarly, if you have an experience that's good, we always talk about bad experiences, threats and traumas and things. So let's talk about a good experience. You experience maybe a kid has a music recital, or they discover that they have an affinity or a joy in playing an instrument, the drums or the guitar or something. The nervous system marks that experience through the liberation of molecules in the brain and body, like adrenaline, like dopamine, so that there's an excitement and an anticipation of it the next time. So the nervous system really sits at the seat of all of our ways of functioning, and neuroscientists try and parse what those roles of the different cells and areas of the brain are and the body are. Neuroscientists fall into a huge number of categories, many too many to get into in detail here. But some work on the cellular aspects of neuroscience, meaning individual neurons, some more on the kind of the circuit level, how these different neurons communicate, and then others on more systems level, fMRI scanners and things of that sort. And then the last point I would make to this young person would be to say, we understand quite a lot about the structure and function of the nervous system, but there's still an immense amount of information to parse. And there are many, many hundreds of years of careers to look forward to in this area. And so if ever there were an area of biology where there are terrific mysteries to go solve, it's within the nervous system. And I would encourage them to learn about the nervous system through school, through podcasts, through readings. It's really, it's the one that captivated me. But I think that all biologists respect the nervous system, and neuroscientists respect the other systems too. But it is special. It's different. Our brain is different than other organs.